Hi, you're welcome to another episode of Ask the Trichologist. I'm very excited to be in your presence once again, to be talking about one hair loss issue or scalp disorder based on what you have sent us to answer. My name is Atilola and I'm the certified trichologist at African Naturalistas Hair Clinic. African Naturalistas basically is your one-stop center for all your hair and scalp needs. So we have hair products, we have a hair clinic, we have memberships, we have regimens, conferences, master classes, so many things to help you achieve your goals of healthy hair naturally. When it comes to hair and scalp, African Naturalistas is it. So without talking too much, we are going to be going into today's question. But before that, let me tell you what Ask the Trichologist is about. Ask the Trichologist is basically the program when you send in your questions about hair and scalp, whether it's an inquiry, whether it's something you are facing, anything about hair and scalp, you send in your questions and they will answer the questions right here and we publish it. Okay, so today's question is actually, okay, we've answered this one before, is from Sharon from Leeds. Sharon says, hi Atilola, thank you for all you do with Ask the Trichologist. I have been watching your previous episodes and I've learned a lot from it. My hair is very full, very long and very healthy. However, both my parents don't have hair. My mom's hair is almost completely gone and my dad is balding in front and somewhere in the middle. So does this mean I'm going to eventually lose my hair? I really pray it's not what I'm thinking. All right, Sharon. Not exactly and exactly. I really cannot tell what caused your parents' hair loss. There are many reasons why people lose their hair. So we can't just say, oh, because both your parents have hair loss, you're going to have hair loss. And we cannot say you're not going to have hair loss. The truth is that we have to know what is the cause of their hair loss. It's most likely that the cause of your father's hair loss is genetic, which is androgenic alopecia, which he has automatically passed down the hair loss gene to you. But for your mother, we cannot tell exactly why she is suffering from hair loss. It might be androgenic alopecia, which is also the genetic form of hair loss, the female pattern, or it might be other forms. It can be central centrifugal secretical alopecia, it can be traction alopecia, it can be alopecia areata, it can be so many reasons from your mom especially. One thing is sure, if it is that she has the hair loss gene and is exhibiting on her head right now, and your dad definitely has it, then you are eventually going to suffer from that same androgenic alopecia. But if she does not have that hair loss gene, if she's suffering from other kinds of hair loss, then you have the hair loss gene because you got it from your father, but you will not exhibit it. Although you are a carrier and you can pass it to your offspring, and they might exhibit it depending on the hair loss gene they get from their father. So it can go so many ways. The truth is, as I said, we cannot tell because we don't know what exactly is the cause of the hair loss in your mother. Hi, are you suffering from serious hair loss issues or scalp disorders that one visit to the hair clinic cannot solve? Then I invite you to join the AN Superstars. My name is Atilola and I'm the certified trichologist at African Naturalistas Hair Clinic. AN Superstars is a one-year intensive program that will help you solve all your hair loss issues and scalp disorders. And because this is an intensive program and it's one-on-one, I can only take 20 people. So if you fall under any of these categories, meaning somebody that is suffering from chronic hair loss issues or scalp disorders, click the link below, register to join the AN Superstars, we'll review your application and then we'll get back to you. One of the things that we have also found out is that when a mother or a woman has bad hair care practices, many times she passes those practices to her daughters because she doesn't know better, right? And then those daughters, they take those bad practices and then they begin to practice it, they begin to implement it, and they end up with hair loss themselves and they think, oh, it's genetic. But not necessarily. It might not necessarily be genetic because it's just bad patterns in the family. So we can have a family where they are all obese and then we found out that there's not really nothing wrong with them. It's just that they don't have healthy diets in that house, in that family. So it might also, we see that phenomenon when it comes to hair care also, where all the females in the family, they all have bad hair, and it's not necessarily genetic. So it can go so many ways, you get. And if your mom is a carrier but she's not exhibiting the hair loss gene, and your father is a carrier and is exhibiting it, and they both pass it to you, then you can also have the hair loss gene. So it can go so many ways. I hope I've been able to answer your question. I would have been able to help you better if I could tell whether the kind of alopecia your mom is having is the androgenic alopecia. Then I could have told you definitely you're going to later in life have androgenic alopecia, but because I cannot tell, I cannot say for sure. So I'm just going to, you know, summarize everything I've said. Your mom has hair loss, your father has hair loss. Are you going to have hair loss? We cannot tell, because we don't know whether the one on your mother's side is androgenic alopecia, even though there's a very high chance that the one like your dad is having androgenic alopecia. We can't tell whether that's your mom's own, because for females it is not straightforward. There are so many kinds of alopecia that can occur, that can have a similar pattern. But until we come to the hair clinic, then we can be able to diagnose and find out that, okay, this is androgenic alopecia. So if it's androgenic alopecia in your mom, then you are going to later have it. If it's not androgenic alopecia, if she's a carrier and your dad has definitely passed it to you and she passed that one to you, then you are going to have it. If she's not a carrier, you are not going to have it, but you will be able to pass it to your kids. But also, you might have hair loss if you follow bad hair care practices that your parents have followed, you get, because we find it in family patterns like that, where the mother and the daughters, they all have hair loss, because not because of anything genetic, but because of bad hair care practices running in that family. And I'm very sure that you have been able to understand what I have just explained, right? It's very clear, it's very straightforward. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment section or send an email to ATT, which is Ask the Trichologist, att@africannaturalistas.com. I am going to put the link and the description, every detail you need. I'm going to put it in the description box below. How you are going to get our hair products, how you can contact our hair clinic to consult either physically or virtually, how you can join the Good Hair Tribe, how you can get hair products, basically how you can interact with all our products and services. They will be in the description box below. But you know what to do. You should not leave without subscribing. Don't leave without subscribing, because we need to let people see what's happening here on Ask the Trichologist and get this information out to everybody, because you know we are serving a very healthy dose of hair care goodness here, and it's very useful to everybody that's going to be watching it. So till I come your way again in the next episode of Ask the Trichologist, my name is Atilola. Bye. Hi. Are you suffering from serious hair loss issues or scalp disorders that one visit to the hair clinic cannot solve? Then I invite you to join the AN Superstars. My name is Atilola and I'm the certified trichologist at African Naturalistas Hair Clinic. AN Superstars is a one-year intensive program that will help you solve all your hair loss issues and scalp disorders. And because this is an intensive program and it's one-on-one, I can only take 20 people. So if you fall under any of these categories, meaning somebody that is suffering from chronic hair loss issues or scalp disorders, click the link below, register to join the AN Superstars. We'll review your application and then we'll get back to you.